Hey, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of More to the Story. I am Farron Moore. To hear more is out in the streets working hard for the money. And today we have Ray,
Hello.
Mr. Ray
Yes, two
Cunningham.
S's if you nasty.
Mr. Ray. Ooh,
Because it's Aries season. That's my season.
right, yes.
This
Our
our
birthday,
season.
yes. Our birthday is only a day apart.
Literally, the 15th and the 16th.
Yes. And that's how
So
we met.
Yeah. But our birthday weekend, we were at a mutual friend's
Little brunch
launch
thingy.
event. It was really
Yeah,
cute.
it really was.
Over by the Grove, for those of y'all that want to be fancy.
What's the name of the place? And it's something Stories.
Stories. I think it's called
Is
Stories.
it called
Stories
Stories?
Hotel.
Okay, yeah.
But they have a Ooh,
Oh, look at
That
you.
ain't COVID,
Don't
is it?
die.
that ain't the COVID, is it?
Oh God.
Lord, I done made it this far without catching it. Don't let me get it now.
You haven't had it at all?
No.
I hate you.
I got the blood on me.
Yeah, look, I'm covered by the blood of the lamb.
Because I have been outside, okay? I am
You
covered.
just got back from DC.
Yes,
I've
I've been on the road for like 6 months, so it was so good to sleep in my bed. Y'all, this interview was supposed to actually happen a week ago. Thank God it was raining that day, like really hard.
It was aggressive.
It was very aggressive, and I'm not used to it. And it's been raining apparently since I left. And when I came back, it
Yes.
was still raining. So I was like,
It's been raining ridiculous
It's
for
giving
it to be
Seattle.
out here.
it's giving
yeah.
Seattle.
Yeah, which I mean, I have to say, I don't mind the rain. Like, I'm one of the people who don't mind walking in the rain and shit. Little
You'll
weirdo.
catch pneumonia in LA because it'll be cold as hell at night and hot during the day. Ain't nobody
Yes.
got time. But oh my goodness, let me tell you,
Yes.
I got a story about your husband. I was minding my business, sitting at the
This
table.
messy heifer.
I was having me a secret beverage. It was in a plastic cup
A
because
secret beverage.
yeah, I was in mixed company and I didn't want people to judge me because I'm trying to exist in a different level of grace these days. And I hear this man.
I need a
I hear this
definition for
voice.
that.
I hear this voice, and I've only met Farron and to her husband one time, but I know Tahir's voice. So I'm like, who's telling these inappropriate jokes at this church gospel show?
Really?
It was in Pasadena last year. It was last summer in Pasadena, and I went with my friend to her churches. It was like a gospel comedy show.
Oh, no wonder you was hiding your drink.
Yeah, see? I'm existing in different grace these days. And he was one of the headlining acts. It was him and another young lady. And he did he had my grandmother, my mother, and my friend's parents rolling. And I was like, I know him. I know him. But yeah, that was my funny story. See, it wasn't drama.
Okay, because
It's just the way I said it.
right, you did it on purpose.
Girl, I
Being
done seen
messy.
your man
I say,
At
sit your
church.
man out in these streets
out
at
in the church streets.
House of the Lords. Okay, so here we go. I got because I got to do better with my intros.
Okay.
So tell me if this works because this is what Amazon says.
Okay.
So if anyone keeps it real, it's Ray Cunningham, affectionately known as the Mr. Ray, who is everyone's over-the-top gay friend in their head
Who
with
wrote
no
this?
filter from Virginia.
I am a little over the top. I don't have a filter. I am from Virginia, but who wrote that?
I don't know.
Well, that's me, y'all. Hello. That's the nicest thing I've read about myself today.
Oh, it gets better. He is a hilariously messy, quick-witted media personality, social media influencer, and now talk show host that gives an entertaining spin on trending topics, celebrity culture, and social issues.
Okay.
Welcome, Mr. Ray.
A white lady wrote that because I'm not messy, okay? A white woman wrote that, okay? I'm
But
not
wait,
messy. I'm
you're
just
not
truthful.
messy, but you said
I'm
that. Oh, I
truthful.
got a story about your husband.
I did have a story about your husband. I did see him in the streets.
Messy. You know how you said it. Oh.
She got nervous for a second. She said, wait a minute. Cut the camera.
Cut the audio, cut the camera. What you hear? Who I gotta kill?
Right. So this is we real Aries. Okay.
Right? Go straight to death.
Okay.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Don't collect nothing.
You did. But yes, thank you so much.
Thank you for
coming
having me. It's
out.
almost 1 year what do you call us? Friendversary?
Friendiversary.
Yeah, friendiversary.
Yes. Yeah. We met around our birthday a year ago, and here it is
Oh, that
again.
was a messy birthday too. I
Mhm.
remember some of
Oh,
it.
yes, because
It was a lot.
ex or
It
something
was a
walked
lot.
into the
It was
building.
horrible. The party could have ended right then, honestly. It should have, honestly.
Not just ended.
It should have just ended
Just
right then. Soon as
just ended.
done. But we're in a different space.
Mhm.
I ain't thought about that person since. I
Exhibiting
ain't
a different
seen
level
them.
of grace. Like
Yes, I'm
what is
existing in a different level of grace.
existing at a different level of
Yes.
grace. So, Mr. Ray,
Yes.
how the hell are you?
I feel 1,000 times better than I did this time last year.
Mhm.
That great things were happening last year. I
Mhm.
met you on my birthday,
Mhm.
our birthday weekend.
Mhm.
My book was out at that point in time. It was a #1 bestseller on
Get
Amazon, and
mess with the
Mess with
message.
the Message.
Yes.
Everything publicly seemed to be going great, but I was still internally struggling with some things that I
Mhm.
needed to correct, or things that weren't shaping up to the way I wanted them to be in the time frame that I gave myself.
Mhm.
And that's why I say I'm existing in a different level of grace now, because I learned through every hard lesson. You know how sometimes your parents say like, "Oh, don't do that because it's gonna happen." I'm
Uh.
the hard head. I'm the one that has to learn everything
Yes.
like that. And I've
Yes.
just learned to just take things for what they are, and what is meant to be will be, and it will happen in the timing that it's supposed to happen.
Okay, not us coming to the same lesson at the same
Yes.
time.
See how that indica ministry will change your life? Yes.
Don't
Jesus and indica
right.
has changed my whole energy,
That
okay?
post smoke clarity.
Yes, okay? Jesus and indica will change your life. Listen to me,
Jesus and
y'all.
indica. Yo, I feel that
And a
because
good Scissor Sade playlist.
mm,
Mhm.
I haven't
Mhm.
share that playlist with me.
Oh,
SZA
yeah,
and Sade.
I just put it on my Apple Music and I just shuffle. That's it.
Really?
I'm not
Okay, I'm gonna do
I'm
it.
a white woman when it comes to technology.
Oh,
I don't know all that extra stuff now. I'm just
why a
learning.
white woman?
'Cause I don't know. I'm not from here. I feel like so much new stuff. It's so much to learn. Like, y'all don't understand. When you get older, the older we get, and
Mhm.
then it's like things are always changing and trends are changing, and then we're existing within our careers and other family life and personal life and
Mhm.
bills and rent and all kind of stuff is going on. And like the last thing I want to do is sit on my phone and learn how to share on a new app. So a lot of times I'm behind. I'll go on there and sign up for it and put my name on there, just say I got my page.
Mhm.
But I only use TikTok to look at my nephews. I couldn't tell you. I've never even done a TikTok dance.
I haven't either. I get
I
that.
did the cuff it in the club, but that's because I've seen it on Twitter so many times.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a Twitter
Yeah.
and Facebook. See, I'm showing my age. I'm a Facebook,
Oh, really? Facebook for
Twitter,
old people.
Instagram.
I heard. I don't even do
Yeah.
Instagram is the only thing I keep being told to go to TikTok, and I finally started every once in a while uploading stuff on
But see,
there.
Instagram is flooded with people. Like the algorithm thing, they put people in
Mhm.
in your feed that they think you want to see that you don't
Nope,
know.
right. You
I
have
don't
to
know none of these
select
rappers'
to see who
girlfriends.
you follow
Right.
because you keep showing me people I don't even fucking follow.
But you have to follow the algorithm, because I think that helps us know who's on these blogs these days. Because I don't even know half the people that's on the blogs, on the Shade Room, Jasmine Brand Neighborhood. I don't know these
Can
people.
we pause and bring attention to the fact that you keep calling them blogs?
Oh, pages. See? I'm a white woman. I'm not from here.
I'm sorry.
I'm a lot of fun.
You are.
I just don't exist in a lot of those spaces. Like, I work around these people because
Mhm.
most times now I'm working with production or with the network side of it and dealing with the communications and the PR of it.
Uh-huh.
I haven't been talent on camera since 2019 when COVID started.
Mhm.
That was my last season of Love and Hip Hop.
Right.
So I pretty much been behind the scenes and working. So now I'm where the real money and the real coin is at. And so it's a different conversation. It's not petty. It's not catty. It's not long, drawn out, unnecessary nothing. It's yes, no, sign, invoice. I love it.
Got you.
Hmm.
So, okay. College Hill was reality too, right?
That was the
The very
Black
first thing you
reality
did.
television show.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you seem to like is that your sweet spot, reality shows? How did that come about?
College Hill came about while I was still an undergrad at Virginia State University. I was actually the mascot of the university. I was a
Really?
Trojan. And we were at band practice, and they had been auditioning people on campus for a couple weeks. And of course, they were talking about me. And the only reason I know that is because Tracy Edmonds, who created the show, came in the band practice like, "Can I speak to you?" She knew exactly who I was, and I was like, "Hello." Now, I knew who she was because I read Jet Magazine. So I was like, "Oh, this babyface wife. I know who this lady is."
Right.
And she was like, "We're casting for a show called College Hill. Virginia State will be the third season location." She said, "We've been interviewing students for a couple weeks, but everyone keeps mentioning you in their interview." And I'm like, "Y'all the ones auditioning, and y'all pitching me." So thank you, Virginia State, whoever
Aw.
auditioned for College Hill and mentioned me. I definitely do appreciate that. I don't think I've ever thanked anybody because I don't know who all said it, but enough people said it for them to come
Come
find
find
me.
you,
So
right.
thank you
That's
for not being
dope.
haters.
So you hadn't even auditioned. You had no intention to?
Because I wanted to be on The Real World.
Hold out.
You couldn't tell me. Once I saw, honestly, this is the real story. Once I saw Karamo on The Real World, that was the first gay person I had seen on television. Now, at the time, he did not say he was gay. I knew he was gay. Gay people can tell other gay people without you having to say it. You can put a hat on. I call it a wig. Put your hat on, turn it backwards, put on whatever you want. It's not fooling me, child.
Oh, not the wig.
I call it a wig. That's exactly what I call it. And I knew he was gay. And then, of course, once the season ended or towards the end of the season and when it was promo time, he was on interviews saying that he was bisexual or gay or whatever. And I was like, wow, I've never seen another black gay man on TV before.
Right.
And then I became the first black gay man on a black reality show on a black network.
Right.
So it was like, whoa. So when we met each other, the first time we had met each other was like DC Pride. I was fangirling over him because I remembered him from Real World. But here I am, my senior year of college, and now I'm on TV. And again, gay then and gay now are two different situations. So BET wasn't promoting me as the gay kid. They said I had an alternative lifestyle.
Fuck that.
That BET would not say the word gay, baby. I was alternative. They said in my bio, it said something like, I'm the university mascot, but I morph into my alternative lifestyle with a couple drinks.
Wait, with drinks made you gay?
You know, BET used to be Christian back in the day, you know. They used to be real conservative back in the day.
Oh, Bobby Jones gospel.
Right. It was Bobby Jones gospel. I think Terry McMillan, the husband, had just cheated on her and came out as gay. So there was their whole BET. I would never forget. We premiered, and right after us was like a DL special with Terry McMillan talking about that man cheating on her. And it was just like, here I am. Gay Ray in college.
Gay Ray.
Like, I did not realize then how big and how impactful that moment was until now.
That's not when you came out. Like on
first episode.
I read that you came out on TV.
First night, first episode, 20 minutes in, my phone was blowing up. My daddy was like, "You couldn't wait?"
Like, not a whole church congregation calling me.
I mean, and we had, and if you look at that intro package, I'm in 3 or 4 different outfits, and they cut up a lot of, you know how reality TV, they cut it up and put it all together. My package from months of interviews got cut into, my intro was, "Hi, I'm Ray, I'm from Richmond, and I'm gay."
Yes!
I never said that full sentence.
Until then?
I didn't even say it then. They pieced different things.
Oh, shit. Really?
Yeah. So it's like they forced me out. But it's okay because it was impactful. But at that time, with my family watching, church family, my parents' work friends. I mean, it wasn't a secret to anybody. If you knew me, you knew. Like, whether I said it or not. If I said no, you'd be like, but it's the fact that I said it, I think, is what shocked everybody. And it was a time in Virginia, child. I will tell you that. It was a time. Virginia's very conservative.
Right.
It's a Commonwealth state, you know, so to be black, educated, and gay. And then, you know, my dad's a man's man. You know, he worked for the railroad. I mean, he was up way up in the ladder, but
Mhm.
he worked with a bunch of conservative white guys, and
Mhm.
I can only imagine what my dad and my siblings had to hear. Now, my family don't play. We might not all get along all the time, but we will
We
jump you
jump you.
collectively.
Right, right.
Don't talk about Lil Ray. Don't do it. And that rule still applies to today. I got some family
Yes.
members that try to get slick on Facebook. Don't let my sister see you. And don't
Them
let my Mimi
sisters.
see you.
Them sisters. Yo.
Them grandmas and sisters don't play about their brothers.
Oh my God. Grandmas really don't play about the boys, the men
And I
in the
got grown nieces,
family.
girl. When I came along, I had older siblings that were having kids when I was coming along. So I
Really?
kind of grew up with 4 of my nieces, like we were sisters and brothers more so. So
Yeah.
Sydney and Leah, Tyra and Taylor, they're grown, they got kids of their own. So I got great nephews now. They will check you too. My niece has gotten
Really?
her Instagram page suspended for cussing a girl out. Like, they don't play about Uncle Ray. I'm telling you.
Yes, I love that. Yes.
But we
Look,
classy.
don't
Shout out to
come
the
for mine.
Cunninghams.
That is like the whole
I don't bother
epitome of
nobody.
don't do my babe. Like, don't do my
Don't do
family.
me. But I don't bother nobody. That's why I always say that Love and Hip Hop is like, you have that sophomore slump. Love and Hip Hop was my
I
sophomore
was just
slump.
about to ask, what was Love and Hip Hop like? Ooh, that face, honey.
I don't that's a period in my life that I'm still
Healing from?
not even healing from.
Mhm.
That's just a period in my life where I was in transition with who I was, knowing where I wanted to be, but wasn't in control of my narrative. And of course, with that show, everybody watches that show. Everyone watched that show at that period of time.
Mhm.
I don't know who watches it now, but I know then they did. And that show was a machine. So there was we already knew what these scenarios meant. If you and I were meeting up and you were sitting on that end of the table and I was way on this end, so one of us is mad about something.
Yeah.
And I was a little naive to it because I'm coming again from the College Hill era of and now Love and Hip Hop is a little more thematic.
Yeah.
Versus College Hill was a little more organic. It was just a little more, we're gonna follow you wherever you want to go. Only place we can't go is the bathroom. Love and Hip Hop went everywhere. I mean, they went everywhere and went into everything. And as dramatic, as stressful as it was, and how it affected my anxiety, I kind of got addicted to it. It was like, ooh.
Oh,
It's
really?
really weird to describe that. I'm sure some of the other cast members can talk about it in more detail. I'm glad I was there for 3 seasons because some people popped in and out like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I was there, for 3 seasons, but it was definitely an experience that I'm still dissecting because there's so many layers that go into the production of that show and how it's built up and then how it's promoted, how it's cut, how it's edited. I mean, now everybody's telling all the tea about what was fake, what was real, what's this and what's that. I haven't really said too much of that, but it still takes a lot. You have to get to a place to even share that because it's like you're then admitting that you allowed
Oh,
this
this
dumb
dumb
shit
shit.
to happen,
Right,
for
right.
the sake of a
It's
check
like,
and entertainment.
yeah. I mean, I look dumb for letting it happen, and I look dumb for saying that I let it happen. Like,
And I don't mention it as much, but I appreciate the friendships that I had at those times with those people. I appreciate that platform. Much love to Mona Scott. But I've definitely evolved since the show ended because I was contracted to go back for a 4th season. But
really?
COVID happened and we couldn't shoot anything in LA. So I was going to be there a 4th season. But I thank God for COVID because we still got paid for that season even though we didn't film it.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah, but
Look at you
it was
making
good.
money with your legs crossed. Like,
Hello, cross.
with your-
But it was an experience. Something I can always say that I was a part of 2 huge franchises.
Yeah,
So
definitely. So dope.
yeah, that's why I say I know the aunties and I know the young cousins now because the people that grew up watching us on College Hill have children and they're married. Like you guys are our age now.
Right.
They have kids, they have families, or the mamas the young aunties then that was watching us got kids and families now, and then now their kids are watching me from reruns of Love and Hip Hop. So I have a really interesting demographic of followers. It's like a family reunion in my DMs. It's everybody messaging me.
Right.
So it's cool.
That's so dope. Okay, I pulled out I have some new combo cards.
This is soda, by the
combo
way. This is
cards.
not Hennessy.
Yeah. So
Because every time
this
somebody
is
see me drink something brown, they automatically say cognac. I'm like, oh my god.
oh my god. Yeah, he telling y'all the truth. Um
Tell these people I drink tequila these days. I don't even mess with Hennessy like that.
I don't believe you. Coming from Virginia and you black, you fuck with
Drink
Hennessy.
some little moonshine.
But this deck, I actually found at a toy store, like
A sex store?
romantics. Yeah, romantics,
A sex store.
sex, an adult toy store.
You know, us Aries, we
This
like it
one,
kinky.
right? Yeah, this one is we've never, but we will. This one is actually a
Oh.
couples game, but I
Oh.
really like the questions
Have you and
that it
your husband
asks.
played?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So the whole point, I mean, that's not what we're about to use it for, but I'll tell you, the whole point is like for you to it has a little thing and you spin this little thingy and you pick a category of cards. It's four
Okay.
different categories. And it's fun and games. So it's questions or ideas about toys. And it's like, as a couple, have you guys done this? Have you done this? Have you done this? And if you haven't, you each decide whether or not you're willing to try it. And if you're
Okay.
willing to try it, you sit it to the side.
So I feel like gay guys and sex toys really don't work out too much because if he got the right package, you don't need no toy.
He got the right package. You
That's the
don't
toy
need
you
no
need.
toy. You know,
Okay.
but that's so funny because it seems like, yeah, I only know a couple of gay guys who actually have said like, "Oh, I use toys." I have one friend who like showed me
Mm.
his collection.
I ain't that freaky, okay?
He showed me his collection, but for the most part, y'all don't really talk about using toys.
I don't think gay men are into toys like that. I mean, I think it's the thrill of meeting a man, getting home and unzipping his pants, and from there you know what's happening. Like, it ain't too much time in between to be
But do you dress
fondling and
up? Do you
tickling.
do lingerie and
No,
sexy stuff?
I'm not wearing nobody's panties. I'm not wearing nobody. I am
You
traditional.
wear jock
You,
strap? You ain't put them cakes out sometimes?
what do you need a jock strap for during sex?
I don't know. Talk about something
I'm
to
comfortable
be
with my
cute
body.
before.
I
He
am
was
fully
like,
naked.
me being naked is the lingerie.
That is it. I'm not into see, I'm not one of those PDA gays. Like, I don't need you to be holding my hand in public, calling me babe, up under every picture, stalking my comments, asking to read my DMs. I smoke enough that I don't have to lie. I'm very honest. You know what you ask me, I will tell you. But I don't need you. You understand, we're Aries.
Mhm.
So you even being allowed to be that close to me in proximity of my space is the win for you. Like, so it's what happens in that space is
Yeah.
what happens in that space. Because, you know, we're very complicated people. So for
Yes.
us to even get to that point where I'm comfortable in being around you and you being
Yeah.
around me, and then I want to get naked with you, you're
Yeah.
somebody worthwhile. You know, I might need to
Yo.
save your name.
Yo, that is hilarious
It's the truth.
because to hear he's like very peoply. So he's
I
like
am
more
too.
people, more people, more people. And me, I'd be like, I'm very selective about who I let in this space.
I am.
So you gotta be jumped in for I you gotta be jumped in. Like you can't just come here, you know, and his definition of that close circle is different than mine.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, oh, who's on your invite list? Because my invite list is this long.
That's you and I. My list about this big, okay?
In his, he'd be like, so it's like that's too much. 2 swipes, that's too many people.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that Aries, we are very complex in terms
Look,
of.
you gave me COVID. Fuck him.
That new strand moving quick. We all about to have unemployment.
Oh my God. Oh,
But
Decepticon
yeah.
strain.
Ooh, but you know
But
what? I hear
yeah.
about LA. LA makes my anxiety bad. Because if you follow this page, shout out to the source LA. Do you follow them on Instagram?
No.
They give you all the black related news. But they have it's like a virus and an outbreak of a new something every day. Now
Really?
they're talking about something in LA where your eyes swell up and get real red, you look like a zombie, and it takes 2 to 3 weeks and you can't keep no food. Now who the fuck wants to look? Oh, sorry. Who
You
wants to
good.
look like that? Like, LA is just so dramatic.
He said, "Who wants to look like that?" Well, no one.
Yes. I gotta send you the video of it, and then everybody in the comments, "Oh my God, my kid had it. Oh my God, my da had it. Oh my God, this is normal."
Oh my God. Okay. So how about locations then? Oh, that's another one of the categories.
Locations, places to have sex in public.
Yes.
I think that's kind of fun and raunchy in like a very prude Aries way. Like, I'm not again. Like, if you ask me in public, bitch, no. But then I might whisper and be like, I think it depends on the day and what I'm drinking. It has to depend on the day and what I'm drinking and where we are. Like, dipping off in a hotel to a bathroom that you can lock the door to. Yeah, I'm not finna just have somebody walk in and say, "Oh, I see Mr. Ray bent over." No, 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 no.
I mean, of course, it at least at my idea has to be done.
Or like if we're checking out the
Tastefully.
hotel and they cleaning the rooms, and you know how they leave the doors open sometimes, and we go in one of them rooms. That's different. That's like a little, you know.
Have you done that, Mr. Ray?
Mind your business.
Bet I don't.
I'm an Aries. I'm spontaneous, so there's that.
I mean, hell, if no one else gets it, nigga, I get it.
Yeah.
But,
it has to be the right air breeze. It has to be the right climate. It has to be everything. Has to be right.
Aren't we the moodiest people?
We are.
It literally depends on our mood. Do you overpack too?
Yes.
Because you don't know how you're gonna feel when you get to where you're going.
Because a lot of places people get hot, I get cold in, and where I'm cold, they're hot, and so that's why, as you see, I keep my own fan. Because I didn't know if Aaron gonna have no air in here or not. So just in case she didn't, I brought my own air.
Yep. Stay ready. You ain't got to get ready. Fantasy and role play.
Now, if I were to role play,
which white woman would you be?
I think I would have to be. It's not even a white woman. If we were to JC, people be like, "Oh, I would love to remake the Jason's lyric scene." That's outside with bugs.
I know, right? Leaves all in your
and
ass.
It's on the ground. It's a blanket, but
No.
the twigs and the grass can poke you and spike you. I don't have time for
Did
that.
they have a blanket? I thought they was just rolling around on a bed of leaves.
And weren't they down in like New Orleans or something?
Oh, child.
The way COVID is and the way these homeless folks been outside sleeping and pissing everywhere, you ain't get to be on the foot ground of nothing.
And
Let's just put that there.
And the mosquitoes.
And the mosquitoes. No.
That part.
So Jason's lyric is not my ideal moment. My kind of ideal moment is something wild and fun like a Booty Call with Vivica Fox and Jamie Foxx.
Damn.
Remember, he was doing the Bill Cosby, the Jello pudding impressions, and she was like, "Oh, talk to me, Bill." Something fun and goofy like that, you know. And then he was like Martin Luther King, and then he was on like all these different
voices. You show right now. I want to watch Booty Call. Nobody has ever made me want to watch that fucking movie before.
I love Booty Call. It's my favorite movie. Remember this in the Chinese restaurant? He was like, "Say Shay Bao." He's like, "My mama." Like, that movie is so funny. We would have to do role play from that movie.
Oh shoot. What's his name?
Tommy Davidson and Tamala Jones.
Tahir won't let me watch Booty Call. He don't like Tommy Davidson.
Why?
Child, you gotta have him tell the story. It's a mess.
Tell Tahir, I see him every week at the dry cleaners. I know where he be at if you need the location. I be knowing. Because one time I got into it with DL.
Just go give out the man. I know where you can find them. I mean,
Let me tell y'all something. I be in these streets and don't even know it. One day I had said something online. This is when Monique and DL Hewlett, you know, Monique's my homegirl. They was going back and forth online. Out of everybody that had something to say about DL, he chose my comment to respond to. He's like, "You wouldn't even be anywhere near me. Nigga, your radio show you tape is up the street from my apartment. I see you every day, bro." And the neighborhood you live in Calabasas, my homegirl lives right next to you with her husband that you know very well. We do be in the same places. Right. I just don't know you and you don't know me.
Right.
Well, I do know who he is, but
yeah.
Out of all the comments,
out of all the people,
you gotta play with me because I'm petty. I went and took a picture in front of where he walks into his studio. I took a picture of myself right there.
And you posted it.
And I tagged him. Don't play with me like that. Don't try to one up me like I'm DL and I be in these places where you up the street.
Right.
I see you every day. I
Like-
even see you in the gas station you go in.
Oh, sir. Check your
anyway,
six. Check your six, DL.
As I said, I'm existing in a different grace these days.
Listen here.
He tried me. He tried to tell me like I was a nobody. Like, who are you to comment on blah 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 blah? Girl, that's my DMV sister. I'm gonna always speak up about Monique.
So definitely don't treat you like you. I hate you. I definitely don't treat you.
You're not gonna see me. I see you every day.
Oh, like right, sir. I can move in the shadows. Like I see you. I know where
like
you are.
I'm an Uber Eats delivery and walk up in there.
Look,
they don't ask no questions in LA.
Oh, and congrats on the you just got your master's, right?
See, we're back to being professional. Yes.
No, because I just thought I was like, oh shit, they know I'm scatterbrain Jane.
Me
so
as well.
I'll be all over the place. But I was thinking of, don't act like you don't know who Mr. Ray is, because he getting a Lifetime Achievement Award at the tender age of 26.
Ooh,
so
we'll add 10 to that. But I have been doing this 17 going on 18 years. So my 20th is coming up soon. I was very surprised to be nominated and then be selected to receive the Presidential Community Service Award. But I do a lot of work with the Black College Expo with traveling the country, providing resources and financial aid to students who want to go to HBCUs. We give out about $1 million a year.
Oh, dope.
And this is my second year. Yo-Yo, who was on Love and Hip Hop with us. Shout out to Auntie Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo got me involved with this tour and with the NCRF Foundation. And I've been working with them for the last 2 years, since COVID started, actually. And it's just been a very rewarding experience to meet these students, stay in contact with them, meet their parents, and parents asking me questions. And some of them have already finished their first semester in school, and they're asking about like fraternities and sororities and groups on campus and just different questions. But I enjoy that because I'm a product of an HBCU, and outside of everything I've accomplished since I've graduated from Virginia State 2 times, because I did just get my master's, went back 15 years later and got my master's in media management. Those were some of the most memorable friendships and moments of my life. I don't want to relive any of those moments, and I don't want to relive college. I enjoyed my time there, and it's made me who I am today in my adult life, but it will always hold a special place. And so if I can help share that experience and give someone else their experience or motivate them to have their own experience, I'm all for it. So
dope.
Who would have thought this person that drank Hennessy and wilding out on VH1 was going to be working in the name of HBCU advocacy and scholarship and just, a positive turn up?
Right.
Yeah.
That's so dope.
Who am I? Who am I becoming? I don't feel like I'm a city girl no more. You know what? COVID just took all my hypeness out of me.
It's funny. COVID took all your hypeness, but yet you've never had COVID.
No, but I've existed in it. Definitely existed in it.
Oh my God.
Definitely hooked up with somebody during the pandemic who had it, and he told me a week later, and I was like, oh my God, if I die from...
Was it worth it?
But I didn't get it, so I was good. But I prayed.
Not dying definitely wouldn't have been worth it, but was it worth the possibility of getting sick?
Well, he didn't have no cough. I didn't know. That's all we knew was if you cough, bitch, you was going out of here. You couldn't get on a plane, a train, or Uber. You couldn't go in nowhere. Then the little forehead. Remember they would take your temperature?
Oh yeah.
See, I was in Atlanta during the first part of COVID. It never closed.
It didn't.
No, we did. We were outside.
Twice Tahira went down there and came back with COVID.
See, and I never got it. But see, I would wear a mask too. I don't mind wearing a mask. That avoids me having to speak to people. That's the Aries in us. We love it. And you can't find an Aries that did not enjoy wearing a face mask.
Facts. I still be watching TV shows like, why don't they have on a mask? Like, why did we ever stop? Like, put that back on.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If I go to events now, like in LA or Atlanta or DC, wherever I am, and there's too many folks in there, I will pull my mask out in a minute. I keep one in my pouch. Bitch, y'all not finna get me sick.
Stay ready, so you ain't got to get ready.
If COVID's worse than sinus and allergies, I don't want it.
Worse
I don't want it.
So, real quick, okay. So we went through the other, and I actually like your responses to just the categories alone. So now, erotic edibles, edible
Erotic
things,
edible.
playing with food and
My body don't respond well to edibles. I don't like body highs.
no, not drugs edibles.
Oh, oops.
Edible sexy time things.
So like whipped cream and chocolate.
Yeah.
I don't want all that shit on my sheets. No. No. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, Lord. I can't talk about that because I work with children, but yes, I have used an edible or two before, but I work with children. But, you know. Try to do the head motion for it. Look, you just wrap it around. Almost like a hot dog wrapped in bacon.
So was it a fruit roll up?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was like, my brain ain't.
She's thinking like,
Thank you for that comparison.
There you go.
Oh my God. Hilarious. So fuck toys. We
I
found
don't
with
think
fruit
toys are
roll-ups.
necessary. I think toys make up for what people lack in. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, people use whips and chains and bondage and handcuffs. I don't want to be whipped. I don't want to be chained. I don't want to be tied up. These people is crazy. Okay?
Well, I'm into all of that.
Yeah, you're also married, so one of y'all died. One of y'all gonna get some income. I'm single. You kill me, it's just over.
Somebody kill me. They may not even call it for help.
I might be dead for 3 weeks before y'all find me. No, y'all live in the same house, so your mama know where you at. His mama know where he at.
I hate you.
Well, I was Ray in Inglewood, and he lives in Burbank. Mind your business. That's the only place where they got jerk chicken.
Bouncing back to y'all, before we get out of here, we gotta talk about this board game based on the HBCU life.
It's called Yardopoly.
Yes.
It is my project. It is my baby. I'm going to focus more on it later in 23, possibly in the top of 24. I have some other projects that will align perfectly with, but it's been my goal since 2017 when I first had the idea to have an HBCU themed Monopoly game. Monopoly is my favorite board game. I have 5 or 6 different versions of it. And of course, my nieces and nephews got their own little kids' versions that they like. And I said, there's not one black version of Monopoly. Like, there's Comptonopoly.
There's so many different versions.
Yeah, but there's not an African American one. I said, specifically, there's not one about HBCUs. And during COVID, while we were all at home and playing every game, watching every show and every movie, I didn't see any HBCU board games on Amazon Prime.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? This would be cool to create like an HBCU themed Monopoly game. But then it was like more years of work because then it was trademark stuff.
I was just about to ask, how long did that take?
2.5 years because you had to get the patent trademarked. And then the Monopoly owns the layout of the overall game.
Right.
So there's certain components you cannot use this there. So you can't use railroads. You can't use the Go, collect 200. So mine was start. Student financial aid, collect $200. So instead of having railroads, I have the HBCU athletic conferences, CIAA, MEAC, SEAC, and SWAC.
Right. That's so dope.
Yeah, so I just made it. So basically, I made it generic so that these are the events that happen on every HBCU campus all over the country.
Yeah, I saw the Greek week.
Yeah, Greek week, homecoming week, pep rally, freshman week, SGA elections, talent show, fashion show, graduation was like the boardwalk spot or whatever. But I had fun. I went back to my drawing roots and got to create some characters.
Oh, so that's what the pieces are. Yeah, I saw like a drum major,
cheerleader, dancer, mascot. That was me.
Mascot.
So it was loosely themed. I wanted College Hill to be an inspiration for it. Like when you looked at this, you're like, oh my God, yeah, College Hill, Ray. Yeah, this all makes sense. Like it fit perfectly. And I released it last year. And I didn't really get to focus in on the marketing and promo of it too much because I was in grad school and I was bi-coastal, so I was going back and forth.
I was
back and forth because they told me the last minute. You know how black colleges do, y'all. We love them dearly. I started during COVID and everything was virtual. And then they told me for the last semester, for me to graduate in December of 22 that I had to take 2 classes in person on campus.
Stop.
Which worked out because all my siblings and my
So you
dad's side
had
of the family,
somewhere
they had
to.
somewhere to stay.
Uh-huh.
But then when I get there, I relocate there, shift all my, gigs and things to be East Coast based. I go to class and there's like only 2 of us in one class, 3 of us in other classes. They're like, let's just meet once a month and the rest will be remote.
What? Who do I kill? Who do I kill?
I said, you know what? These are the moments that make you appreciate your HBCU. Like, it's a tough love. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I don't want to get on Facebook and lay all y'all
Right.
out, but I'm promoting this university as well.
Uh-huh.
So that was just another obstacle that I just had to improvise, adapt, and overcome.
Mhm.
And we did it. I graduated December 15th, 2022.
Congratulations.
It was an awesome feeling because I felt like that was my real graduation.
Mhm.
Undergrad, I was on College Hill. My mind was in a different place, and I didn't even graduate in May. See, that's some tea. Because we had to travel to go to Spring Bling down in Miami and rip the runway in New York and everything else we had to do for College Hill. I actually failed a class and I couldn't graduate. They didn't tell me till the week before graduation that I wasn't going to graduate. Had to take a
The
summer
summer,
school class. It was
yeah.
only 3 weeks, got an A. And so by then I had moved here to Los Angeles and I was working at BET at this point.
Mhm.
And I had to fly. I flew back for December graduation.
Mm.
And by then it was like, I just was kind of over it. I was like, bitch, I
Yeah.
done made the school all this money and y'all gonna make me walk late. So to be graduating again in December, the second time around, but this was on time.
Right.
And I had like a 3.9, 3.8 GPA.
Yes.
And I just was in a different place mentally and spiritually. And I sat there, I took it all in, and the band was playing, the choir sang.
Aww.
It was just so awesome. Like one of my
Aw.
advisors was there that was my teacher in high school that was now an advisor at Virginia State. So it just meant so much more.
Yeah.
And as usual, my dad was there and my sister both times. But it was just awesome,
That's
that I
so
did that
dope.
because growing up, I never thought, child, you could have made my ADHD self. You could not make me believe that I was going to go back to school to get additional education. I mean, like, after I was done with Virginia State, the first go around, I was like, you ain't got to worry about me, Daddy, cracking open another book. Let's pay these student loans off. And then I got bored on COVID. I was like, you know what? I could get a master's. I got time right now. I got time. Let me do something constructive.
Oh, that's
So,
dope.
yeah.
Oh, yay. Okay, I love that.
See how that indica makes your mind think?
And you didn't just start and was like, okay, this was stupid, so I quit.
I had
You
that feeling a
started
couple times. I was
and you
like,
finished.
them ladies was giving me all these red notes and stuff and write. I said, I know I can write. I done released a book. I know
Let
I
him
can
know.
write.
Let him
I
know.
was like, wait a minute, Ray. Humble yourself. Exist in your new grace.
So what's next? What you got coming up besides this Lifetime Achievement Award?
That is crazy because I don't even have gray hair up there. I don't have any hair up there, but I know the few that are up there are not gray. What's next for me? I would honestly just like to settle in where I want my roots to be for the next 10 years. I want to figure that out. Do I want to stay here in LA? Because most of the work now is out of Atlanta. It's not really necessarily here in LA. Like I don't have to live in LA to be on TV. But I want to figure out where I want to settle my roots and where I want to purchase, and hopefully who I'm going to occupy that space with.
Cutesy cute.
I'm trying to say, I've never been a PDA gay. Like I've never been worried about having a date because I get what I want when I want it. I just don't do long ties. That makes sense.
Yeah. You mean long distance or long relationships?
I don't do long let me not say that now. Let me say this the correct way.
Long situationships.
I have situationships that have gone on from 10 years.
Oh. Then what are long ties, friend?
Long ties meaning like we need to both be on the same page that I might be here today, gone tomorrow. I might be into it this week. I might not be into it next week. I might not be into it for another year. But it's still no love lost. I still care about you. But again, I think that attributes to my ADHD. I don't think about the same thing or person that often. I have to be reminded, like how you reminded me about the interview. Like, are we still good, friend? Are we all right? Are we there? Like, I need you, I just need to be reminded. And then
Like,
And
people are out of sight, out of mind for you?
yeah, for me, honestly, because again, I live alone. So when I'm at home, I'm in my zone. I'm watching what I want to watch. I'm doing what I want to do, eating what I want to eat. I'm in my bubble until it's time to be Mr. Ray. And then it's, oh, let's go outside and let's do this, that, and the third. But
Mhm.
I'm trying to be more present in my personal relationships. That's been a complaint that I've acknowledged over the last decade, is that they say that I'm not present. I'm just kind of sort of get what I need and out.
Mhm.
But I have to think about sleeping in my own bed too. Like, I don't care what time I come over, I'm still gonna go to bed in my bed.
Mhm.
Um, that's just some things I gotta work out. But I don't have no intimacy problems. I can lay down wherever now. Uh, I can lay down and do what I need to do.
Think that fan is pointed directly at my coochie. Thanks.
I get warm sometimes, y'all.
That fan was turned directly. It's like, you know what? She is a little warm. Thank you.
No, so look,
But
I'm gonna do a
yes.
dating show. No, I'm not gonna do no dating show. I couldn't do it.
Tell the people how to find you.
I am on social media, guys. I am on Instagram, Mr. Ray, MISSTERRAY 804, representing Virginia, Richmond. I'm on Twitter as well, Mr. Ray, MISSTERRAY. That's Instagram, that's Twitter.
You said
Don't
you
add me
still
on
on the
Facebook.
Facebook.
Don't if I don't know you personally, do not add me on Facebook because I'm not responding.
Oh, it's still just your personal page.
That's
It's
my
not
personal
a
page.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we like you, I have you on it because we've met in
Yes.
person.
Yes.
And you know what else? People still post shenanigans on Facebook. My mama and my daddy and my 92-year-old grandma look at my page every day. You can't tag me in a group of 99 people talking about men and thongs and having these crazy pictures on my wall. That's why I had to put all these that's why I had to learn social media, y'all, so I could learn the restrictions of who can at you, who can't at you, who can see what. Like, it's just too much.
Y'all, please stop stressing out, Mr. Ray.
Y'all be stressing me out because one time a friend of
Please.
mine was like, my birthday turned up and he had like a video of like a gay guy dancing in a thong, and it like was visible to my whole timeline, which was fine. But my older relatives who don't know that I didn't post it, but it's on my timeline.
Right.
Lil Ray on Instagram dancing in a pair of thongs. And I'm
Lil
looking around like,
Ray.
Lord, let me see if I posted the wrong thing or not. Lord, did I do
And
that?
it wasn't even you. You
It
just
won't even be.
tagged
I'm
in
just
it.
tagged in it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Old folks keep drama going on Facebook, but I love them dearly. But I'm looking to do some more films. I'm looking to get into more films. I just did the movie The Assistant with Erica Mena on Tubi.
Oh, okay.
That was produced. Shout out to Chris Stokes for casting me in
Dope.
that. I'm looking to do some more film. I'm
Uh-huh.
looking to, I think I have enough energy in me to do one more reality series.
So we coming back. Is Love and Hip Hop still?
It's not even Love and Hip Hop. It's something on one thing I love about my career, I have always elevated. Started out with BET, was working with WeTV, then I went with VH1, and so now it's only right for me to go to the next tier.
He can't tell us yet,
I
but
cannot.
I'm about to get all in his business when this camera goes off. Okay, y'all. Thank you so much for joining
Thank you,
me.
and y'all. It's our birthdays, the 15th and the 16th, so y'all can cash up us to give us shots. Do whatever you want to do,
or buy us some joints because it sounds
we
like
joints. Indica for me or hybrid.
sativa hybrid for me.
Sativa makes me jumpy.
It used to make me jumpy. Now indica makes me sleepy, and
I like
sativa
that.
keeps me awake.
I like the sleepy.
Look, you're like, no, sleep is good. No.
Sleep is great.
But yes, thank you so much, Ray, for coming in today. And this has been another episode of More to the Story. See y'all next week.
See ya.